It is said that give a man a fish and you will feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you will feed him for a lifetime. Today, I came to a library to give a very important lesson. I'm gonna teach you how to fish. And see you in the video. Book reading is an amazing habit. I started reading books a bit later, for example after my graduation during my masters, and after that I've been continuously reading. I have read many books, and I feel that there are many books which I should have read when I was younger. For example, before starting my engineering or graduation, or during graduation at least. So when I graduated, I should have known those things which I knew quite later in the life. Today I want to suggest some my favorite books I like, and I want to suggest to every student, if you are an undergraduate student, or you have graduated, or you are about to start your graduate studies and you have not read these books, or you do not read these books at all, this is the list where you have to start from. So yeah, this is how I'm gonna teach you how to fish. A very common excuse which I come across when I suggest people to read books is that I don't have money, or I don't have time, or I feel sleepy and I find them boring. The thing is, it is a habit and you have to develop. You can start with whatever you like, and if you do not have time, well, then just see how much time we waste every day on social media, on Facebook and many other things. I personally think that I do not have time separately to read books every day. So what I do is that I have a book besides my bed, and I read the book before going to sleep, or I take it with me when I'm traveling so I can read when I'm traveling. That's the time when I read the books. Not every time. I do not take separate time out from it. And about money is not a problem nowadays. You can find many books which are freely available online. The problem will be you will have to read them in your smartphone or on laptop or computer or something. Or in Pakistan, I know that there are many shops from where you can buy cheap books, like used books, and money is also not an excuse. So all the excuses are not legitimate, I think, when it comes to reading books, but the outcome which you get after reading books is awesome. Okay, so the first book which I suggest to everyone to read is The Craft of Selling Yourself by Ashraf Choudhary. Ashraf Choudhary is a Pakistani author, now a very nice trainer and corporate trainer. He has really spoken his heart out in the book. He was facing the same problems which every student does, and then he has listed down everything which one can do to get a nice job, or at least approach someone in the correct way. And it is something which I think everyone should read before graduation. The next book which I suggest to all the students is A Mind for Numbers. Basically, the title of the book suggests that a mind for numbers. It is also said that it is for like mathematicians or scientists or students who are studying science, but I feel personally that it is a book for every student on the face of this earth, because the book chalks out everything, how the mind works, how to get most out of your time, how to be more productive and less stressful. I think this is a book for every student who goes through the class and then reading himself or herself, doing homeworks and then reproducing in the exams and doing everything. So this book suggests everything, advises you on what can you do to improve your mental health and also be less stressful and more productive in your studies. The next book which I suggest to everyone to must read is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You probably would have heard about this book. If you haven't, then I'm telling you now. This is a book which I have read until now 3 times, and probably I'll refer to it again and again for the rest of my life. This book lays out the foundation for every decision and the principles of basically life, for staying contented, for staying happy, for deciding for ourselves the things we really look forward to and everything. So it basically chalks out all the principles and methodologies and things with examples and really well scripted. And yeah, it is a nice book to read and refer to again and again. Every time I read this book, I get something new for myself and then I use it. The next book which I suggest to everyone is How to Win Friends and Influence People. We know how to socialize, we learn how to socialize from our families or from our friends, but there are different levels of socializing with juniors, with seniors, in corporate environment, with your bosses, with your peers, and with the people who are working in your command or something. And that's where this book comes handy. What is the general norm? What do people like? What do people don't? What are the principles of socializing? How to influence people? How to change yourself, how to see things from a different perspective, see things from a perspective of another person, and control your emotions and everything so that you can really become nice friends with them and you can increase your area of influence. This is something which you will come across in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But yeah, let's move forward. The next book which I suggest to everyone is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. It is a really thin book, a very nicely written book, and this lays out all the principles of why the rich are rich or people become rich and why the poor are poor because of just their decision making. I feel that this is the book which everyone should read before they start earning money, so they know what to do with their money. And yeah, when to buy luxuries, when not, how to save and do stuff. It is about financial management and really nicely and well scripted book. And the last book which I suggest to everyone is Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. This is a book about relationships. I don't care if it is legal or illegal, you should treat your second half nicely. And this is where this book comes in. It lays out the very basic foundations of how the mind and psychology of men work, how the mind and psychology of women work, where do they come together, where do they clash, and how to control your emotions and everything and understand the other half so that you can be in a happy relationship. So this is a book which I have read once and I'm planning to read it before summer again, and this is the book which everyone should read. These are the 6 books I think everyone should at least read before they graduate, or if you have graduated and you haven't read these books, then the time is now. You can get these books online. You can, yeah. I'll also list down the names of all these books in the description, and from there you can see them and download them or buy them. And also if you have any suggestions for me, because I like reading books, then you can comment below what are the books I should read, and if I have not read them before. And yeah, that would also help me in a way now. So yeah, this is what I wanted to say in this video, and see you in the next one, and bye.